Hey BMS, and welcome back to school. This is the first edition of What's New in the Library for the 2018-19 school year, and I can't wait to see what amazing books we'll talk about this year and what great discoveries we'll make in the Media Center. So I did a lot of reading this summer. I did a terrible job of posting it on the library's Instagram and Snapchat because I'm a busy mommy, but I did read a lot of great books, and over the next few months I will be telling you about some of my great books. It took me forever to decide what the very first book would be that I would talk to you about for the school year, and it ended up being the last book I read of the summer because it just really spoke to me. I just loved it. So, to start off the school year with a bang, I'm going to tell you about the book Front Desk by Kelly Yang. So, our main character is, I forgot her name. I'm terrible about that. Mia. Her name's Mia. So our main character's name is Mia, and her family immigrated to America from China. And before they moved, her parents made all these promises. Her mom was an engineer in China. They were a very successful family, and they immigrated to America for all the freedoms that so many people come to America for. And they promised her a house with a dog, and they could eat hamburgers. And so far, the only thing that's come true in that is they have eaten a lot of hamburgers. Her parents are maids. They clean the rooms at kind of a rundown hotel. And she runs the front desk of the hotel all day long while her parents clean the rooms. And her parents hide other immigrants in the hotel and let them stay for free. And if the owner of the motel finds out, they're in big trouble. Mia is a super interesting girl. She's trying to figure out her way in America. She's learning about all the different things that make America the way it is and make it interesting, and kind of learning to cherish her new found nation. She also wants to be a writer and is really creative. I absolutely fell in love with this story. I fell in love with this main character. I love this book. So I had to choose Front Desk as the first book to tell you about this year. And I could spend the next hour telling you about all the great books I read this summer, but I think I'll just have to do that throughout the next few episodes. Now we're going to take a look at some of the new books that we got in over the summer, and I'm going to let you hear from a couple of teachers about what they read this summer, because if there's one thing teachers love to do in the summer, it's read good books.
Hi BMS, I'm here to talk to you all about a book that I've been reading and I'm really enjoying it. The book is called Ruined, and it is by Amy Tintera. It is a trilogy, so that means there are 3 in the series. It is young adult, so if you are interested in reading it, make sure you have your young adult forms filled out and see Mrs. Berger for that, and have your parents or guardians sign that for you. So, what is the book about? It is a dystopian type book, so if you are into those, this is something that you would be really interested in. It centers around a lady named Emelina Flores, and she is part of a group of people called Ruined, and that means that they are humans that have special powers, but the other kingdoms don't really like them. And so what happens is Emelina's parents are actually executed, and her sister is taken from a nearby kingdom called Lyra. And she is the only one left in her family, and she sets off on a journey to basically save her sister. But in order to do that, she has to get in somehow to the kingdom of Lyra. So she devises a plan to pretend to be another princess from a surrounding kingdom and goes in to marry the prince of that kingdom to save her sister. It's a story of love and revenge, and it's super awesome, and there's 3 in the series, and I'm really hoping to start on book 3 myself this weekend. So go check it out in the library. It's called Ruined by Amy Tintera. Bye!
Roz, a wild robot, is activated for the first time on a remote wild island. She has no idea how she got there, but she quickly realizes she must adapt to survive. Unfortunately, the animals on the island are no help because they all think Roz is a monster. Join Roz on her adventures as the wild robot. You won't regret it.
Hi Beaker, Mrs. Otto here with another book recommendation. So my class and I just finished reading Maxie's Secrets, and we chose this book because we like dog books, and also because this is a Mark Twain Award nominee, so Mrs. Berger has several copies in the library that you should check out. It is about a boy named Timony and his dog Maxie. Well, Timony is unique because he's very, very short for his age, and Maxie is unique because Maxie, the dog, is deaf. And they meet another character in the story. Her name is Abby, and she is also unique because she is actually blind. So the 3 of them together, Timony, Maxie, his dog, and Abby, become very good friends, and they go through some adventures together. And something happens in the story that Maxie has to step up and kind of save the day, even though she's blind. And I can't tell you more than that because I don't want to give it away. But something that my class really liked about this book and we found fascinating was that the very first sentence in this book says, "My dog Maxie dies." So from that very first sentence, it kind of hooked us in and we decided we wanted to keep reading. And there are several close calls in this book where you think, oh my gosh, this might be the part where Maxie passes away. But it doesn't happen and it doesn't happen. So we had several theories while we were reading, so you're going to have to keep reading till the very, very end to figure out how Maxie actually dies, which is sad. Of course, I started crying when I was reading it. If you've had me in class before, that's probably not a big surprise to you. But we highly recommend this book, and you'll find out all about Maxie and the secrets that he tells his human, Timony.
New in fantasy this summer, we got in the third book in the Trials of Apollo. The second book to Hunter, this one is Apex. A new one, Before She Ignites, the first in a new series. Great new fractured fairy tale, Grump. In our narrative nonfiction section, we got Chasing Lincoln's Killer. And these next few are part of the You Choose series in narrative nonfiction, so they're kind of like choose your own adventures based on true events. So we got Orphan Trains, Ellis Island, the Vietnam War, the War in Afghanistan, the Civil War, the Middle Ages, and Exploring the New World. So if you like choose your own adventure books in fiction, you should totally check out these narrative nonfiction choose your own adventure books. New in realistic fiction this month, we have From Twinkle with Love, Save the Date. This is Morgan Matson. She's a really popular romance and realistic fiction author. Front Desk, the one I talked to you about earlier in this episode. Tiny Infinities. This one looks really interesting. Great cover. The newest Baby Mouse middle school book. This one's called Miscommunication. What's His Face is new in comedy from Gordon Corman. Also in comedy, the newest Treehouse book. We have the newest Five Nights at Freddy's in mystery. This one is The Fourth Closet. In action and adventure, a new Kirby Larson book, Code Word Courage. And in romance, we have Listen to Your Heart from Casey West. Also, we got in the third Narwhal and Jelly book. Okay, guys, those are just a few of the great new books we got in over the summer. There are a bunch more and many more coming. Well, that's it for the first edition of What's New in the Library. I hope you saw a great book that you want to read in the next couple of months in the library. We'll be getting new books in September, so I can't wait to show you guys what all we have. I hope you've been by the library to check out how all the renovations have happened, the new furniture, the new layout, a lot of neat stuff going down in the media center these days. So I hope you've had a chance to come by, see all of our new stuff, and I hope you got a chance to come to the red carpet book release and grab one of those awesome award books for this year. Got to read 4 if you want to vote in March. We've got a lot of great books to talk about, a lot of awesome reading to do this year. I hope everybody has a super rest of the month. See you later.